Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and in this video I will be going over the new 4K Ultra HD pre-orders and announcements for January 7th, 2023. Now keep in mind release dates and technical specs are subject to change. If there are any changes or additional retailer exclusives, I will update them in a future video. Also, be sure to check out my previous 4K pre-order videos for titles you may be looking for and were not covered here. Direct Amazon links to the titles listed in this video when they are live can be found on the channel's community page. Vinegar Syndrome has announced that Sidekick starring Chuck Norris will be coming to 4K. As of this recording, it is only going to be available over on the Vinegar Syndrome website, and it will support HDR and DTS audio. No exact release date has been announced, but according to the website, a scheduled release for mid to late January 2023. Also scheduled to ship right around the same time will be From Beyond, based off the work of H.P. Lovecraft. This 4K edition will support HDR and DTS audio. Both this and Sidekicks are currently up for pre-order over at the Vinegar Syndrome website. Fresh off the press, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever has been given a February 7th release date. We're getting a standard slipcover edition available at your local and online retailers, and the 4K disc will support HDR and Dolby Atmos. As for exclusives, as of right now, only Best Buy will have not one, but two 4K Steelbook editions. These are not currently up for pre-order yet over at Best Buy's website, but when it does go live, expect this to be available for shipping and in-store pickup on release day. I'm pretty certain there will be exclusives for Walmart and probably Target on 4K. Stay tuned to a future video when that information goes live. The 4K edition of Training Day has been officially given a release date, and that is February 28th. Also, the tech specs have been finalized with HDR, no Dolby Vision, and a new Dolby Atmos audio track. A standard slipcover edition, as you see here, will be available at your online and local retailers, as well as a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. The Korean War aerial combat film Devotion has been given an official release date of February 28th. It will support HDR, Dolby Vision for the grading, and a Dolby Atmos audio. I have a feeling this may be one of the demo discs to look out for this year. Let me know if you plan on picking this one up at the end of February. It's a big week for Rocky news on 4K, so let's get started. Rocky: The Knockout Collection is coming to 4K, and it will only have the first 4 films included. Now, I'm seeing online rumblings that there may be a new cut of Part 5 and Rocky Balboa sometime headed in the near future. I know a lot of people don't like incomplete collections. I can definitely understand that. But for those that just care about the first 4 films on 4K, you will get HDR and a Dolby Vision grading and a DTS audio. Part 4 will also have the theatrical cut as well as Rocky vs. Drago. This is currently up for pre-order over at Amazon and other online retailers. If you want the individual releases of the 4 Rocky films, you're going to have to jump through a few hoops. For one, they're going to be staggered in their release schedule, and the second one, it looks like they'll only be available as Best Buy Steelbooks. So the first Rocky film is scheduled for release on February 28th, the same day as the collection. Part 2 will be available on March 7th. March 14th, we'll see the release of Rocky III. It's one of my personal favorites of all the Rocky films. And finally, on March 21st, Rocky IV. Now, it doesn't indicate on the packaging that both cuts of Rocky IV will be included on the individual release. I can't imagine that won't be the case, but if it does change, I will update that in a future video. All 4 of the Rocky Steelbooks are now currently up for pre-order over at Best Buy for shipping. The 4K edition of The Prince of Egypt has been officially given a release date, technical specs, and cover art. The release date will be March 14th and will have HDR and a DTS:X audio mix. I think this movie will look absolutely gorgeous on 4K, and I can't wait to check it out. Shout Factory announced quite a few titles on 4K this week, so let's get started. First up from the Shout Select line will be Streets of Fire. It will support HDR and Dolby Vision, and I suspect a DTS audio mix. The release date for this one is March 14th. In last week's video, the Steelbook edition of Dragon Slayer was given its artwork and release date. This week, it is the slipcover's turn. I personally like the artwork on this one, so I think either version you choose to go with, you'll be in good hands. And if you need a reminder, the release date is March 21st, and it will support HDR, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos for the audio. Shout Factory has the comic book adaptation Wanted coming to 4K on March 28th. The film stars James McAvoy, Morgan Freeman, and of course, Angelina Jolie. Technical specs are not official, but I expect HDR Dolby Vision, and I would not be surprised to see a Dolby Atmos audio. On the same day, The Exorcist III will be coming from Shout Factory Screen Factory. I actually really like this one. I think it's just an excellent sequel, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing it on 4K. And before you write in the comments, yes, the original is still slated to come out sometime in 2023 from Warner Brothers. HDR and Dolby Vision are expected, and most likely a DTS audio mix. Once again, March 28th is the release date. And finally, from Shout Factory Screen Factory, the horror film Dead Silence is also getting a 4K release. HDR and Dolby Vision are expected to be the gradings, and a DTS audio mix. I've actually never seen this one, but I'll be looking forward to checking it out on March 28th. And since I get asked this pretty much every week, I'm going to go ahead and start a new segment called Abyss Watch 2023. Now, if you don't know, recently it was reported that The Abyss is coming to 4K sometime in March of this year. Now, we don't have any official announcements from either the studio or anybody involved in the 4K release. At this point, it's pretty much still a rumor, but I will go ahead and update this every week, whether we got any news or not, just to keep you all in the loop. And of course, when it does, if it does become official, you'll definitely see it here on a future video. So those are the new 4K Ultra HD pre-orders and announcements for January 7th, 2022. Don't forget to use the Amazon affiliate link either in the comments section below or on the channel's community page if you're interested in any of these titles. Also, let me know what are you planning to pick up that was listed in today's video. And finally, a special thank you to all my Patreons for your continued support. It is greatly appreciated. If you would like to support me through Patreon, I will leave a link in the description of this video. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.